I didn't think I would ever join a fraternity. I had the negative, all the negative stereotypes you could think about them.
I thought about a sorority or something like that. It was a bunch of hazing and cliques and stuff like that, and I really didn't need that kind of drama.
I didn't really see myself as a Greek life or a Greek organization member.
I saw all those movies of Animal House, where they're hazing all their people out. I've seen American Pie, Beta House, and all that.
Like coming into college freshman year, at first I thought I was a little nervous about it.
Once I found out that all the fraternities and sororities on campus are forbidden to actually haze, that's actually what got my attention too.
I wasn't really involved on campus that much. I mean, when it came to making friends, I had a few friends here and there that I met from classes. I wasn't getting the most college experience that I really was hoping for.
I feel like I was just going to class, then going home, or going to my class and just going back to my dorm.
One of the wonderful and unique qualities of Wayne State University and of Greek organizations here is that we're not cookie cutter. You know, you go to some other institutions like U of M, MSU, and I think those Greek organizations for the most part are cut from the same mold, but we're not.
Joining a sorority definitely brought in the amount of people that I knew. I met so many more people. Definitely enhanced my college experience and gave me more opportunities for things that I didn't think I would be able to do.
Being in a fraternity at Wayne State has just made Wayne State overall better.
I definitely believe Greek organizations enhance campus. It helps make a big school small. It helps students identify with the community, and that's what it's all about. A student, to be successful in college, you've got to make a connection, and whether that connection is with a student organization, an advisor, a coach, whatever it is, you need to make that connection, and I think an ideal way to make connections are through fraternities and sororities.
I felt like a part of the school, and I felt like we could actually change things. I felt like we were a big part of the student body once we became Greek.
When I came to Wayne State, I wasn't really sure of who I was personally, and through Alpha Gamma Delta, I obviously have gained so many friends, but also I was able to find myself, and I'm not afraid to be who I am.
Being in the fraternity now, I can call up one of my brothers and go down to the library, and there's always someone there to hang out with, talk to, study with.
My social life really increased, and just my presence on campus and what's going on really increased.
Kappa Delta is very involved with the Girl Scouts of the USA. We try and mentor them and act like big sisters to them. It's kind of like a big sister program. We help out with their events and host events on campus with them, like Friends Don't Bully and Uniquely Me events, just to kind of build confidence in the girls.
Big brother, big sister. It was called Sports Buddies, and we'd go once a week for an hour and toss the football around, and the kids really made a good connection, friendship with us. So it was a good experience.
For community service for Delta Zeta, a big focus this year that our chapter decided was that we want to focus on Detroit charities and activities because we live in such a big city, and we wanted to help out the city more than go out to suburbs and help the suburbs because we're a metro university.
We definitely are all about community service. We just got done doing the greening of Detroit, and that was very successful and a lot of fun. We've just planted new trees in neighborhoods that were deprived of them. We just thus made Detroit look like a natural, beautiful place.
We worked with Alternatives for Girls, and we made little care packages for them, toothbrushes and hairbrushes and stuff to make them feel like a girl again.
Volunteer at the Hub. We build bikes for kids that do not have the ability to get a bike.
This year, Delta Zeta Art Chapter put on Turtle Games, which was this long, really cool week competition. All the money and all the proceeds that the donors donated to, or the teams that bought in to play donated to, goes to the Painted Turtle Camp. And the Painted Turtle Camp is a summer camp for children with that are hospitalized, that are chronically ill. They might need things like breathing treatments or special gadgets to help them work around some of the cool things that you can do at a regular summer camp, like swim and bike ride and hike and all that good stuff. They just need a little bit of special attention from doctors and medical attention. So it's completely free, and it's one of Delta Zeta's national philanthropies.
The big brother, little brother process is actually kind of who you see as a mentor in the fraternity. You look up to them, and then they kind of overwatch you through your pledge process. And it goes through a voting basis, like you want this person to be your big, and they want you to be their little. That's kind of how it gets matched up, and then there's a formal ceremony for it.
In Alpha Gamma Delta, we actually don't call it big sis and little sis. We call it mom and daughter. We feel that whoever is the mom is that person that helps you throughout Wayne State, whether it's with Greek life or with school or with family problems, anything.
When it comes to having a big or little, it definitely helps you transition from the whole getting to know your sorority or fraternity. For me, my fraternity.
Everything that we do is based around sisterhood, whether we're helping someone else out through community service and charity work, if we're working together to do academics well, if we're networking socially with other organizations on campus, you always rely on your sisters.
To me, sisterhood means everything. The philanthropy and raising money and charity service, yeah, it's a perk, but always having that constant connection to 45 amazing ladies is something that you can never replace.
Represents the bond, the bond that all my brothers, hold together. That we can all come together and share experiences for a lifetime.
I love wearing our letters, and I love the fact that my sisters wear my letters, and that I can have sisters and women that hold the same standards and hold the same values that I do. And I absolutely love that Delta Zeta can look for those standards in women and get quality women. I'm proud to be a Delta Zeta, and that's my favorite part. It's that I get to have this huge pride in my sorority, and I get to have this huge pride in my letters and my sisters and what we do.
What I love about being at the Pike House is that there's always something random, stupid, or funny going on.
On it, jump on it, jump on it. Keep us on it, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Costa, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it.
My absolute favorite thing about being in a sorority would have to be being able to wear our letters and being able to walk anywhere on campus and always seeing a sister there. There's just something about that reminds me that I'm never alone.
We're always looking for people to, just come out and just experience the fun times that we've had. And I want to at least share that experience with other people that are interested.
Every day there's always someone in my fraternity on campus, and you can go and grab a bite to eat.
Sit at a table in the library.
Yeah, you're never alone. So
I have lots of experiences, and really for me it comes under a category of one. I get to be with the students on their turf in their activity. So whether it's having fun at a step show, or going to a fundraiser, or talking at a chapter meeting, all of that I really enjoy because it helps me be with the students and hang out with the students, and I really enjoy that.
Just living in the house and having a house actually is one of the greatest things. I mean, it's a place to come to whenever I want to, get away from the parents' house. And I actually moved out to live here. So you're living with 24 of your best friends and your brothers.
My position in Alpha Gamma Delta is Vice President of Recruitment, which is also known as our recruitment chair. And it is my job to plan the entire recruitment process in fall.
And while Shelby is living, breathing, sleeping, eating recruitment, I'm working on our sisterhood. I'm the sisterhood coordinator. And pretty much all I do is I get the really fun job of making a lot of events and stuff for us to build our sisterhood, even though it's already amazing.
I deal with money as a treasurer, make budgets, am in charge of our bank account.
As president of Delta Zeta, I get to oversee Everything, kind of. I'm in a lucky position and I'm in a lucky spot because I get to be part of sisterhood planning and social planning and programming and membership and education and academics. So I get to be a little part of everything, and at times it's really fun and at times it's really hard, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Right
after I got initiated, I got kind of announced as public relations chairman. So I was out on campus, had to put up all the flyers and just do all the public relations campaigns and stuff like that to get our name out there. The next semester I got rush chairman, which is you're put in charge of recruitment. So I had to put together a campaign to recruit as many guys as I could. I ended up getting about 30 men into this fraternity in the fall.
Academics are extremely important to Delta Zeta in our sorority. We hold the highest GPA of Greek organizations on campus right now. Currently, our cumulative GPA of 45 women is a 3.4, and that has been worked on over the years, so that's pretty exciting. We also have an academics chairwoman who serves on our executive board to make sure that she has a little procrastination pal, and she keeps us up with the tests that we have to do just because all of us get overwhelmed, and she kind of promotes us to do well, and she's a bright Betty herself, so she can pretty much help in any subject matter.
We work to help you keep your grades up with our academic excellence chair, and what she does is just tells you about things going on campus, like SI sessions that could help you, and tutors and things like that, and we have study groups, so it's very much a big part of Kappa Delta.
It's definitely a mandatory thing that our members have a 2.5 GPA or higher, and that at least will benefit them in the long run.
It's obviously a really big importance to do well in school because that's what we're here for. Our first and main reason why we're at Wayne State is to be studying to get a career and to graduate.
Definitely join. To meet the members, to see if they jive with the members, if they like the members, and I would tell them to join because it's just a great way to get involved on campus and a great way to enjoy things on campus. It's like, students might not go to a football game by themselves, but they'll go with a group of friends, and that's a fraternity or sorority. Students might not go to a musical performance or play at the Hillberry by themselves, but they may go with a group of their fraternity or sorority friends. And I think I would compare it to my own fraternity experience. Some of the best times I had in my fraternity was doing the community service projects with my brothers. Or my favorite recruitment event was we just go play touch football on our intramural fields and have fun. And that's how we really got to know our prospective new members.
From joining sorority, I've made some of the best friends of my life, and the difference between my friends in sorority and outside of sorority is that my sorority sisters and I share a special bond. We know special things about each other and understand different ways of thinking and why we do the things we do, whereas friends that aren't in sorority might not really understand that.
With my fraternity brothers, there's like that level of trust because we all went through initiation.
I can tell them anything, I can talk to them about anything. We share that common bond, brotherhood, and that you can't really get outside anywhere else.
Greek life in general obviously creates this bond within friendships because I know I'm really close with girls in other sororities and guys in fraternities, and it's still a better connection than the friends that I do have outside of it. I think because we all have the same love for the organizations we're involved in.
When I go back and visit my friends from high school, it's kind of a different thing. Like you just kind of have a different relationship with them. Can't really relate on all the levels with them. So it's definitely a huge difference between just friends and then the brothers that you gain in the fraternity.
We look for class,
men of stature,
and men of honor.
We hold our women and our chairwomen and our active members to a very high standard. So the women that we look for in potential new members have to have that same kind of fire, and so that's what we look for.
When it comes to a new member, we have this thing that we go by called SLAG. It represents scholarship, leadership, athletics, and gentlemen.
We just look for well-rounded individuals, not guys who just want to join fraternities just to party. We look for people who can have fun but know how to do hard work at the same time.
She's always laughing, smiling. She's not afraid to be goofy and silly.
For me, being on the rush committee, I really look for guys who like to have fun, but really at the same time that they're serious about their work.
Kappa Delta looks for girls that are outgoing, driven in school, that are very interested in community service work, girls that were leaders in their high schools or leaders on campus right now. We look for girls with big personalities and are easy to talk to and very friendly.
This was the whole reason I joined Pike. Overall, it's just going to be a resume builder for me. I'm going into pre-medicine, and med schools are looking for diversity.
You know, we got alumni across the whole United States. You can always rely on that Greek connection.
If you want friends in your future, go Greek. If you want leadership experience in your future, go Greek. People skills and working with people, that ability in your future, go Greek. If you want to network, Greek. If you want to have fun, if you want the college experience, if you want memories and just everything, if you want so much more than what I just listed and so many other things, like if you want a future, Greek.